Next week.
It's going now. There we go.
Good evening. My name is Hafiel Nadeem with my co-commentator Teach, aka Steve Aldrich. If you're joining us live tonight, we are here for the Croydon District Pool League Team Knockout Final, main final. A race to 35. No, is it a race to 35 or race
It is a best of 15, Halil.
Best of 15. Oh,
First
damn.
to 8 frames.
Oh, see, there we are. You're there to correct me. So we've got two top teams. We've got the 21 Club, who are currently top of the division on 109 points, and then the Legion, who are in second place on 102 points. It couldn't be more evenly poised.
And we are in the first frame. Sam Baker had the break, and you can see he jawed his second to last yellow, and Adam Holmes is now at the table for his first visit, and he is on reds. Late safe here, do you reckon?
He does, yeah. Just to give some...
I think he's left the gap, Halil. I think he's left the old Watford.
The old Watford gap. Just to give a bit of stats. So, 21 Club was formerly the War Bank, and when they were the War Bank, they won the Knockout Cup 3 times in the main, and they won 3 times in the plate. The Legion, obviously formerly Langley Sports, they haven't won this event, but they've won the plate twice when they were Langley Sports.
And I think that's pretty much perfect for
It looks like
first frame. Slightly awkward queuing.
it is indeed, yeah.
And that's
1-0.
frame to the Legion.
Perfect. So, in the league so far, it's 1 each. When they played on the 17th of June, 21, the Legion won 8-7 when they were away. And then more recently, when they played on the 19th of August, 8-7 to the 21 Club. So it's evenly poised, 1 each. Everything to play for. My prediction is going to be 8-7, 21 Club. What's your prediction, Steve?
I think we've definitely got the best 2 teams currently in the league at the moment. I think there's no doubt about that. I think one thing you'll get with the 21 Club is they won't go away. They will keep fighting.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
Early days. I think this is a massive frame. I know Ian David hasn't played a lot recently. Great stats this year, but they are currently 1-0 down. So.
In the next frame, we've got Ian David who has the break. But can you believe it, Teach, right? Can you believe it, right? Scott Harrison on 15 wins, top of the team stats, and he's getting dropped in the first set. What's your thoughts on that, Teach? That's
Couldn't have happened to a nicer fella.
Do you know
In
what?
all seriousness, I think Scott's one of those players where he'll turn that adversity, disappointment, into determination, and I think we'll see him coming out fighting in the second set.
Absolutely. And you know what? He's playing with a different cue tonight. He's playing with a pink cue. I will leave that story for later on when he plays. And now we're live to the action. A nice handshake there.
Usually Ian's got a monster break.
He does. And we've got a ball down.
We've got 2 reds.
We've got 2 reds, indeed.
I think reds are probably the option here.
Possibly, or maybe, yeah. Definitely what they call like a roadmap, as they say in 9-ball.
You've got the red into the right-hand middle. It's probably your first ball.
Yep.
And then every other ball goes.
It's all about the first ball. Is he going long?
I think he is.
Bit of a quick stroke there by the David, and that's loss of turn.
So no foul in these rules then? Hello?
Absolutely not. We're playing international rule set. No shot clock tonight. We've just been announced. No shot clock. Obviously, the team knockout this year is a new format where just only the top 2 divisions, Division 1 and 2, are in play. Looks like he's going to be taking reds. Reds it is.
And I think he'll be slightly disappointed.
He will be. Absolutely.
He's not on very much.
He's going to play this with a bit of right-hand English. Oh. And he's got away with one there. How has he got away with that? Teach.
I do not know.
Possibly the red in the left, the yellow in the left middle. Manavis Caliber.
Yeah, he's got a choice of two yellows, possibly cutting into either middle. I think probably the left hand of the two is the slightly more easier one. Just got to watch where that cue ball
When we
goes.
talk about cue action, this boy's got a lovely cue action.
Just got to watch that cue ball.
As played. As played.
So quite a cagey second frame here.
He played.
Italian.
He did, but he played that.
Has he really?
You know me, always unbiased commentary from yours truly.
Earning that hefty contract of yours tonight.
It's a great shot he's played there, but he got himself out of trouble a little bit. But now he's got to find a good pot here in the top left-hand pocket. Right. Shot of encouragement from his team. He hasn't really had an easy start at the start of this frame, Ian
No,
David.
I think he just needs to settle his nerves and
He will.
get into this frame.
He's eyeing up. Yep, he's eyeing this one in the middle, in the left middle. Was playing safe. Probably the wiser option. He wanted to be behind that yellow, but that's fine. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors who sponsor the league, Capital Access Scaffolding. I want to give a shout out to Mark Harris, who's currently in sunny Benidorm at the moment, watching us from Hotel Amalia. So shout out to Mark Harris if you're listening. Hope you're having a few Coronas and enjoying the time there.
I'm informed he definitely is watching tonight.
Happy with that. It's his first pot of the night.
You can still see the yellow just beneath the black.
He
That
can,
does still go.
indeed.
I think one good shot here and you should be back in prime position.
Absolutely. Nice firm positive strike from the David. But this table,
It's going to catch a few of them out
it will
tonight.
do. Because we're playing on a neutral venue, it is a bit rapido.
This venue is currently being shared by two teams this season, the Misfits and Paul and the Gang.
There we go. Gotta watch the white yet. Yeah, using a savvy.
That's called experience.
Well done, Ian. Not that I'm biased. So in these rules, international rule set, not only you got to hit the ball, object ball, but you got to hit a cushion afterwards. Not like in the world rules, which we didn't have to do that previously. Looks like
And that could be an example.
that is a foul, ball in hand, anywhere on the table. Teach. No,
Probably takes the highest of the yellows.
I would say so.
First ball.
I would say so. Yeah, indeed.
Get those two in the top half of the table out of the way.
Oh, watch your belly, Ian. And as time, our food has just arrived. Thank you very much.
Courtesy of the club.
Courtesy of the club. Thank you very much.
We might go quiet for a few minutes now.
No, I won't. I won't be. I'll be talking and eating at the same time. What's he done there? Oh, he's played. Okay. He played with a lot of right hand side. He's trying to play the right hand side. Okay, he's got no angle. Well, he can screw it
Might
back.
have to take the middle one here.
Yeah.
Just from experience, that top left-hand corner pocket is very, very tight.
Is it tight?
It's really tight.
Just like your pockets, Teach? He's played that as good as he could. But he could have been better. He's got a lovely angle. He pots this red. But he could cannon the yellow.
Can't see from this angle. He is going to screw into it. But the black passes to
Not
the right
easy.
corner.
He's played a pocket weight.
He's played that very
And
well.
but the white is going to be on the top, on the bottom, nearly on the bottom cushion.
And this black for a 2-0 lead.
Possibly, yeah. And that's a miss. Do you know what? Do you know what? Teachers could be a turning point very early on in the match. Do you know what I would say that? That's definitely Shreds, though. What do you say about that? That could be the first dredge roll.
I'll look that one up in the dictionary later. Hello.
Okay. He's got to use his savvy here. He's going to play the plant. He is. Not too hard.
That's pretty good.
He's on that yellow as best as he could.
This is his hardest ball, I would
It is.
say. So
And
take
give
this one as early as possible.
yeah, and take 100% in the pot. Because he'll be automatically on the other yellow. Just drop this in. Yep, he's in.
Let's go, son.
Yep. He's got a lovely angle now to go back up the top. Taking his time.
This is a massive frame to
It's
steal.
certainly, and we're only in the second frame. We're going to have more drama like this later on in the evening. Oh, I wouldn't have gone that way, but he's gone a different route. But he's gone by the M25, I think.
I think this table's quick enough. He doesn't need to put too much into this.
And he's missed it. But he's not left an easy black. And where the black is, he can't really.
It's
Possibly,
hard to tell from this angle whether it
Yeah.
cuts. I don't think it
no,
does.
that doesn't cut. No. You could possibly play a double.
I think that's probably
Probably a
the shot.
double in the bottom left-hand corner.
We call that the Steve Christian down here. He loves a double.
Loves a double. Oh, drama already.
Let's go, Ian. Come on, Ian.
That was just Scott Harrison. You probably heard there.
Indeed. Get off that cushion. He's got to play this plain ball. He's got to avoid the in off though. He's down pretty
He
quickly.
is down very quickly.
He is indeed.
Fancies this.
Oh,
Let's go, son. I'll give you 5 chances.
7. He actually gave Ian David 7 chances and he won the frame off it.
But as they say in sports, win any which way you can.
Exactly. And for viewers who are watching this in black and white, teach.
Like my nan.
Indeed. I think your nan's just walking past now.
And she'll pass us a few times this evening.
I think she will pass us a few times this evening.
We have a resident drinker down in
We do.
this pub who does visit the toilet fairly regularly.
I think she's got a weak bladder. So, teach. 1-1.
Barry Watkins versus Ben McIntosh.
The buzzer.
Ben with the break.
He does. I have to say, I am actually borrowing one of Ben's cues. So I may be slightly biased to Ben McIntosh.
Really?
Possibly. 2 great curists.
What's the stats about how many teams Barry's played for in his career?
Probably about 80-17.
Got in on that absolutely perfect.
Yeah, okay.
Where's the cue ball going?
If you just heard us, that was just a day rimmer.
Was it? Sorry, yeah.
Lovely break from Ben.
Bit of a crunch there.
Yellow potted.
Advertising space available.
And I think yellows is probably the ball.
Indeed. I'm going to call this now. This could be a break and dish. Our first one of the evening. While I scoffed on some pizza.
I think he wants to take the one in the middle first. He's just got to mind his work and not
You know what?
cannon into the
He
two.
definitely has got to mind his work. Definitely got to mind his work.
Yeah, that was always the danger. It's not a little bit awkward, but
Sorry, I'm just eating with my mouth full with some pizza. Sorry, Tish. Where's my manners?
I knew buying you that pizza was going to be a mistake, Khalil.
Lovely long putt there from Ben.
He's a great cueist.
He is. This boy can play. But so can Barry Watkins. 2 great teams. So evenly matched. I did say at the beginning of the frame this could be a break and dish.
He's cued that nicely.
He has
Back in
indeed.
prime position.
I'm thinking he may take maybe the top yellow on the right hand side, or maybe the one next to black. Yeah, the one next to black. Yeah, and then go top, then and bottom. Lovely stance there. See, this is what happens when you don't put Scott Harrison in the first set.
Just got to be a little bit careful with this shot. Obviously, you don't want to screw back too far. Just got to mind that red that's just hanging in the middle pocket, which is why he might take the top yellow first.
He won't be snookered because there's no traffic in the way. Got to cue this nicely.
A little bit careful here with the red ball.
Cue that lovely. Couldn't have cued that better. Hit that sweet as a nut. So yeah, you got choice of playing on both bottom pockets.
I think just screw it slightly back up.
He has. He shouldn't miss this. And we are. This could be possibly
First break dish of the night.
indeed. And that's our first breaking dish by Ben McIntosh. Round of applause to Ben.
And the Legion retake the lead
They're
2-1 up.
2-1 up. I think to be fair to Flair, this could be nip and tuck all the way. We could be looking at 7 all here.
And it's taken you 15 minutes to get in your first wrestling reference.
And many more to come. You could cut the tension with a thin knife.
Another fantastic matchup in the next frame.
Oh,
Carl Speller against Jake Haynes.
do you know what? Each of these matches could be arguably a final. You know, in any tournament. Arguably a final. Nice friendly handshake, and we're off again.
And it's interesting, the Legion, because they've strengthened this season with the signings of Jake and with Paul Wilder.
Indeed.
And it's not a coincidence that those boys are now fighting for the league and in the Knockout Cup final. So, 2 great signings.
If the Legion win tonight, it'll be their first ever Knockout Cup win of the main.
Are you saying they've won the plate a few times?
They won it twice. So when the 21 club are going for the double. They just recently won the Knockout Cup for the 24-25 winter season. So they're looking to do back-to-back. The 21 club, formerly the War Bank, very, very au fait when it comes to Knockout Cup finals. As I mentioned earlier, they won the main when they were the 21 club in 2014, 2016 and 2019. They also won the plate for the Summer League as well, 2015, 2018 and 2023. So very, very comfortable in this environment. 2-1 down means nothing. Langley Sports, as I mentioned, obviously this is the Legion, but formerly Langley Sports. They won the Knockout Cup in the 2018-2019 winter season, and then also in the 23-24 winter season as well. So another big break, and we have a ball. We got a couple of balls potted, but not an easy starter for Carl.
No, he's not hit those as nice as he would
No,
like to.
yeah,
He
no,
was lucky to not go in off in the end.
absolutely, in the top right-hand corner pocket. Sorry, top left-hand corner pocket. But what a pot there. What an opening pot here. Could we have possibly back-to-back dishes? I'm calling it early.
2 weeks.
Well, I scoffed on my second pizza slice.
Little plant here into
Yeah.
the bottom right-hand corner.
Judged very nicely. Yeah, I think he's on the red in the middle. In the left middle. He's also looking at the red on the right-hand side.
Yeah, he's definitely lining it up, so it definitely goes in the
Indeed.
middle.
And you can just tell from the speed of the table you try to hold for the adjacent opposite middle. So maybe a change of plan,
Unless you're going to try and cannon the black here.
possibly at the hold. He did do that, Teach, but unfortunately missed the pot. Very easily done when you take the eye of the pot. And now we got a chance for Jake to reply.
I think Jake will fancy clearing these up. The form he's been in the last 2 years.
Absolutely.
As I said earlier, fantastic signing for the Legion.
Indeed.
And was an Eagle for many years. Took a little bit of time
Okay.
out of the game, as far as I know. But has not lost any of his ability.
Another great team there you mentioned there, the Eagles. They won pretty much everything in the game, haven't they?
They have. They generally sit out the
summer,
season.
indeed.
Give us all a chance.
Absolutely. Give us some trophy wear. I'm assuming that red next to on the right hand side must pass. It must do.
He's leaving it, so I think it probably does.
Yeah.
And I think the black passes the red as well.
He's very much minding his work. Oh, maybe not happy about that.
It comes off the cushion.
It
I
does.
think there's no problem.
Indeed. Teach himself a very, very good player in his own right. Nicely judged.
He's taking these out
He
very
has,
nicely.
he has indeed. We're not even.
Having a little look though.
We're not even 8:30, and we've almost completed 4 frames. This is what we call rapido pool at the highest level.
Oh, I think he nailed that last one. That flew. That yellow absolutely flew, as we thought.
He's trying getting done pretty quickly. Obviously, must go. And that's it. 3-1 to the Legion. But don't count the 21 club out at all. We've got a long ways to go.
Captain Lambo on next.
Certainly is. Martin Lambert against
Scott's favourite player.
Shaggy, Paul Wyman. The Shaggy. A very, very again, Teach. 2 great players.
What I will say though is probably contrasting styles. I think Shaggy very attacking.
Very much so.
Slightly more methodical, but can certainly take out a clearance.
Absolutely. Teacher just scoffing down his second pizza. I'm actually on a diet. I'm on a seafood diet, so I'm trying to avoid pizzas.
I think I was on that in 1984 as well.
Do you know, last time I was on a diet was 1964, during the Boer War. So, Teach, what do you reckon? It's 3-1, and we're not even 8:30 yet.
No, I think, as I said, the Legion team are just very solid all the way through.
They
What'll
are.
be interesting though is when we get to the second set and who makes the changes.
Absolutely.
Substitutes. Will the Legion go with the same 5? They
Well,
players sitting in.
they could do.
Be very interesting.
Surely they would pick Scott Harrison in the second set. Surely they have to put the boy on.
Just so we can see the gold cue.
Well, the
Was
pink,
it pink? It's a
the pink cue, and I've got some stories about the pink cue, which I'll wait to tell you.
And we've got Paul Wildman breaking.
And we are using just one thing I want to point out. We're right in saying we're using what they call the smart rack. Is that correct? The racker.
It is just a racker.
Oh, I thought they were using the smart rack earlier. Okay,
We did actually bring into the rules this season though that players who are breaking
the racker, the
they can
racker.
rack their own balls, but Paul chose not to on that occasion.
I did not know that. So their own players can rack their own. Okay.
Yeah.
See, Teach, this is why you're here to teach me new things. Hence,
To avoid those shenanigans that you get up at certain venues that will remain nameless tonight.
I don't get involved in them sort of establishments. So this could be a possible breaking dish. I'm going to call it. The only problem is the black. Black does go in the bottom right-hand corner,
It probably passes the left middle as well. I'd say.
possibly, yeah. But I thought for 1 second he missed that, but he potted it in the thick part of the pocket. He developed the black in a more promising position. He's going to probably play this with a Play the one in the middle next. Indeed. Oh,
I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there.
I thought he would have played the one in the middle.
Yeah, and he was.
I think he
perfect
may.
for that.
I think he may have tried to play. He's obviously not played on his table that much because obviously this is a neutral venue.
Unless he's trying to avoid those two reds to top three. and then
Possibly.
come back down
Yeah,
to the
could
other
well be.
yellow. 'Cause I'm not sure that black pass is in the corner.
It's hard to tell from here. Played safe there.
I've never seen him play safe in my life.
First time in. I think the last time he played safe was 1964.
And that stat has just been confirmed.
It has been confirmed. Yeah. Do you know what? He could possibly. He could play safe here, or he could take a long one on. But being 3-1 down, I think he'll play. I think he'll play safe. But is he eyeing up this long red?
I think he is.
It's a big shot. No, he's played safe.
And that is Martin Lambert at his best.
Indeed. Shaggy. He's got a camp off the right hand cushion. No, he's played. Oh, you can see the actual. You can see the edge of that yellow. But what's happened now? He's put the yellows. He's put his yellow safe, which doesn't help him. So Martin Lambert now one good chance, and this should be 3-2.
I'm not sure he's got a starter just yet, unless that red in the middle cuts. But I think we might see another safety shot. But
I think you're right, Teach.
he's having a good think about it. As you said earlier, no clock tonight.
No clock tonight.
And never a danger of hitting 59.4 ever again.
Well, do you know what? We won't bring up that conversation. I honestly thought it was 64 seconds, but on your stopwatch it was 59.9.
It was, absolutely.
If you join us live,
Have you ever
once,
met a dishonest teacher?
never. So he's got a hit. Yeah, always played to pot it. What a great shot! What a great shot! What a great shot! That's why they call him the Shagster, or Shaggy. Yeah, this is as good as done now. Yeah, he didn't get that safety shot as much.
He's just having a little look to see if that black does pass into the bottom.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from there if it does
Have a
pass.
quick look and then walk round, so maybe it does.
I'm gonna see if we can just check our overhead camera. Our overhead camera's not working at the moment, so
The look on his face suggests he's not happy with that position. So
Okay.
he may have to
yeah,
just clip
he's
this in and take the black in the middle.
possibly he's gone a bit higher than he should have. Oh, he's played it direct. Slightly hampered queuing, possibly. Did he call a foul on himself?
And he's missed the black, fortunately. for him.
Very, very, very good sportsmanship there. That's one thing about the Croydon Pool League. Very good sportsmanship.
He did move about 6 inches, Khalil.
I think about 8 inches. But no, very good sportsmanship there from Shaggy. He was awkward queuing, to be fair to Flair. But yeah, kudos to Shaggy for owning up the foul. That's one thing about this Croydon Pool League. We are all honest players. And this should be as good as done. But
Just dot to dot.
it is dot to dot. Very much a roadmap. Just a couple of little gentle stuns. Minding his work.
Take this middle one out next.
This should be cash money.
And could this be a turning point in the match?
I could well be. Because that'll be the second frame that they've stolen off him, if this is the case. Just taking his time. Take the bottom one now, and then the automatic position on the other red. Off that cushion, he's gone off the cushion slightly. He's off the wrong angle there on that red. How does he fancy playing this, Teach? How do you fancy playing this?
I'm just trying to see how
Yeah, yeah.
You might have to swing that cue ball round.
Possibly.
I think that black is just above the middle pocket. It's once again hard to tell from our angle.
He's trying to get up there. Wow.
Yes, Lambo.
He got
He held his hand up.
he had a favourable nudge there on the knuckle, and
We call that a bit of run.
a bit of run of the ball. You got to say.
And that is 3-2. And they will take that.
They'll take the beans. A bit of encouragement from the other team. That's the only pocket they're going anyway, Teach.
You have to feel for Shaggy there.
You do.
He took
You
those
do.
balls out really
Absolutely.
nicely. Was happy queuing on that.
But also as well, you know, kudos to Shaggy for owning up the foul, you know. So that's what our league's all about. Honesty. We're all competitive. We're all competitors. We're all competitors. At the end of the day,
And we should say that we've got no official ref down here tonight. Is that correct?
that is correct, sir. That is correct. We did have a referee. I think it was Michaela Tab, but she couldn't get here in time. It required her like
Otherwise engaged, they say.
very much engaged. To try and get Michaela Tab down here would have been like 4 trains, 5 planes,
And an
automobile to get here, and a tram.
Shout out to the trams. You've been known to get a tram at 3 or 4 in the morning, haven't you? Hello.
I have indeed.
Obviously sober.
Maybe not.
Okay.
So once again, we are playing live from the West Beck Conservative Club in Beckenham. If you've got time, come on down here. Support both teams. If you're just joining us live on this live stream, where have you been for the last half an hour? Where have you been?
We should just mention that Simon Platt has arrived to watch proceedings. One of my Paul in the Gang teammates.
I'm also going to shout out once again to our sponsors, Capital Access Scaffolding, who's run by Mark Harris.
Is that what's funding his holiday?
No comment. No comment. Now shout out to Mark Harris, who is currently enjoying himself in Benidorm in Hotel Amalia. Someone's trying to make my pizza slice. I can't believe that. Can you believe that, Teach? So, evenly poised, Teach 3-2. Anyone's game.
And I think the captains are busy trying to work out
Indeed.
their team for the next set.
So welcome to.
Some strong players on the bench.
It will
for both
be.
teams.
Absolutely.
Scott Harrison sat out the first set.
I can't believe he sat out in the first set. He was top of the stats. I can't believe it, can you? Can't. I think I still some inquiry in it.
I didn't realise that. I wish you'd said earlier.
Did I not mention it earlier? I may have mentioned it in passing.
And Chatty is also
Yes,
ready and poised.
the chatster, yes.
And looking round at the Legion boys, we've got Tony Baker ready to step in.
Yeah.
And Dave Rimmer.
Dave Rimmer.
Getting his cue ready.
He's eager to go. He may be starting off first.
We had a little word with us earlier about a little bit of a John Virgo reference, so maybe he'll give us that opportunity to see where that cue ball's going.
Possibly, yes. With a,
And the way Dave plays, it's highly likely. Very talented player.
indeed, it play,
That cue ball will be flying.
he will be flying around the table. That will be doing a bit of mileage, as I say. Bit of mileage.
Jet styling.
Limousine riding jet, flying son of a gun. To quote a famous person. I can see Dave Rimmer in the background there, chalking his tip.
Having a little word with himself.
Indeed, preparing himself, building his.
And we have got 2 substitutes coming in. So Paul Helston, otherwise known as Chatty, is coming in for his first frame of
Yeah.
the night. And he has the break. And we can confirm, breaking news, more important than Sky News,
Scott Harrison
Scott
against.
Harrison is in the second
He's
set.
in the second set. Wow. Newsflash. So we got Martin Lambert against Ben McIntosh. Then we got following that Barry Watkins against Sam Baker. Frame 9 will be Martin Lambert against Jake Harris. And then in the 10th frame, we got Ian Davitt against, once again, Shaggy Paul Wildman.
So no Adam Holt. Slight
No,
surprise for
yeah.
me. Didn't do a lot wrong in that.
No, not at all.
First set.
Not at all. But, do you know what? You've got to be ruthless.
Well, we'll see. Being ruthless pays off.
And the Chatster, aka 500, has the break. And this boy can play, Teach. There's my nan again. She's walking past. That is, where's the Kubo going? Where's that Kubo gone, Teach?
That cue ball has gone.
That's done. That's done.
So in these rules, cue ball off the break.
Off the break, which is behind the line in this case. Not anywhere on the table, but behind the line. Because it was a legal break, except for the in-off. We do play what they call a 3-point system, as you know.
Is that like when you have a foul that isn't a foul?
Correct. The only yellow I can see a problem will be the one on the left-hand side next to the red.
Played that nicely.
He has indeed.
Little bounce there.
Possibly, maybe looking to screw back. No, change of plan. You're trying to cut this in? Wow. Cut of a surgeon. Cut of a surgeon. Where's the Kubo going? Where's the Kubo gone? Where's the Kubo gone, Teach?
It's gone.
You know what? That's another Sregsville moment. This could be another turning point for the 21 club. 3-1 down. They've got their tail up now. So I'm getting a bit excited here, Teach. What's going on here?
Just checking if we've got any replays for any of these shots. Have we got any replays tonight, organiser? No replays tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, Teach, we're on a budget. On a tight budget we are.
Is that why we're here?
Yeah.
It's all funded by the league secretary.
Yeah.
Out of his pocket.
Special mention for John Sayers.
Indeed, yes. John Sayers, who is our Croydon Pro League new secretary, doing a fantastic job. With
A
basically
shoestring budget, as they say.
absolutely with the introduction of the Croydon Pro app, which I think is fantastic. Some may have given it different opinions, but I think it's fantastic. It's definitely, in 2025 we should be moving away from paper. And done a fantastic job so far.
So Paul's back at the table here for the 21 club.
Yeah,
On Reds.
This is a 500 clearance. Do you know what this is, Teach? This is Chatty's favourite clearance. He's played that on the shy side. He's going to go long here.
He is. I'm just trying to work out where he goes after that.
Swansea. I think he's going junction 7 to.
What was the weather like in Wales this morning, Hello?
Do you know what? It was. I'm not going to swear. It was hammering down.
That was rain, was it?
It was rain, unfortunately. It always rains in Wales when I'm there. I think he may be playing a snooker, yeah, possibly. He has indeed. Oh no. I think he was trying to play. Was he trying to?
I think that's a good shot. He's developed.
He has indeed. He has indeed.
And not left much.
He's only left him on one yellow, which is obviously safe. Is he going to come off 84 cushions to try and pop this?
Try push this red safe.
It's not.
Not so sure about that shot.
No, but what he's done there, he has left Chatty in a bit of an awkward position.
I think he'd have liked that red to go a little bit safer, maybe.
He would have been, yeah.
But
The thing is, he left Chatty in a bit of an awkward spot. Once again, we do not have a shot clock in play, which was agreed by both teams. So
two very contrasting styles.
absolutely. So there is no. So the shot clock normally is in Division 1, but in the league on a Tuesday night, it's normally 45 seconds a shot. He's gone long. He's gone long.
And he's got it.
What a shot from the. That's why he's 500. That's a 500 shot. Can he cut this in, Teach? It's hard to tell.
I think he can. He's losing the cue ball a little bit.
He is indeed. But
Very fine. Possibly.
I think he may.
I don't think he can avoid his reds by cutting this in. That's anything.
I mean, yeah, because the two yellows are slightly safe. Yeah, he's avoided. He may look at maybe trying to cut this in the middle. It's a fine cut.
he goes safe, might play safe here
No, he's playing safe.
and ties the black up.
That doesn't do anyone any favours there.
Good cue ball, and his reds are out in the open. Just shame about the black.
Once again, this table is very hard to control the white on.
Good to see Dave giving us a little bit of thought, not rushing into.
Is he playing the 4-ball? Is he playing the 3-ball plan?
Got maybe a bit of a slow roll here.
Do you know what? I think, to be fair, I think that may have. I'm not sure if that drifted.
That is a foul.
That's definitely a foul.
So I think that black's going to come into play
Indeed.
again in terms of being the key moment in the frame.
Do you know? I would take the one on the right hand side first. Yeah. And look, and then obviously look at an angle to get that black out.
Sounds like you've played this game as well yourself before.
Do you know what? I can call. When you're sitting here, you never miss a ball. He's put that in the thick pot. Now we look. He got a lovely angle. Or is he going to take that one? The thing is,
You don't really. It's a tricky one. Do you leave?
I would develop it now. I would develop it now because if it goes wrong, he still has the other red, just in case he snook himself. And do you know what? And there you go.
Come out perfect.
He couldn't put that white better by with his hand.
Just doesn't want to be straight here. Although if he is, he can
Shout out to
screw
the
it back, can't he?
shout out to the GJ who's playing Gloria Estefan.
It's hard to see the angle here. I think he can screw it back. Oh, he had loads of room.
Lovely shot here.
Tremendous shot. And it looks like we are going 3-3.
We are 3-3 from 3-1 down. And that is a 500 finish from the Chatster.
Sending a message to his captain about maybe not playing in the first set.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Talking of people not playing in the first set,
Ah, yes. The boy, Scott Harrison, comes to the fray, playing against Ben McIntosh. Now, he is playing with a cue tonight, a pink cue, which has come from all the way from Wales. My friend Darren Matthews, I'll give him a shout out on AK Paris. That pink cue. Just been informed by the 21 club captain. They left him now for the business.
so the selection was strategic.
It was indeed. So Scott, hopefully we'll see him. Are we going to see our second breaking dish from Ben McIntosh? Depends how these break.
So is the queue on loan, or has he got that for? What's the rest of the story, Halil? You finish that pizza first.
I have no. So the pink Q, he made his debut when we went at Gatwick Airport when we was on our way to Benidorm. My friend Maxie, Darren Matthews from Wales, brought the queue down. If you notice the queue, the centre joint part is a centre joint, not your traditional 3/4 queue. And we actually took that queue. We took that queue all the way to Benidorm. How about that? All the way to Benidorm. Had a couple of games of pool out there, and you can. You know what? You can fit that queue in a suitcase. Comes. So he's eyeing up this possible counter this clearance with his pink wand.
What colour would you take here, Halil?
Black. It's hard to say. I mean, he's looking at yellows possibly. I would say yellow, but that said, you got, yeah, possibly you're going to go maybe red in the middle. Yeah, easy starter. Wow. I think the pocket moved.
Can you send the cue back?
No, I think the pocket moved. think the pocket moved. I think the pocket moved. That wasn't a bad miss, Teach. Pocket moved there. Come. Send this table back.
The best table in the club.
I don't know what footage you're watching, Teach. I'm sure the pocket moved. So the same red that Scott missed is now. But you know what? This could be a method to his madness for Scott. Could well be a method to his madness.
Yeah, the tricky red is the one. He's taking it now. That tricky red is taking
Yep.
it now. So.
This is bright, but he's tied the red up.
And that was the only danger. There was always that risk of time.
Indeed. Shout out to our DJ. A bit of line dancing as well here in the club.
I should just say every Monday evening, come down to the club.
There we go.
A little bit of line dancing.
Do you know what, Teach? I was thinking of doing that myself. I may come next week. Show him how it's done.
And in the other room, we had the magic show.
Perfect. With Paul Daniels. What's the iron up here?
Make a little loss of turn. The problem with this is the yellows don't all have pockets, so
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure what you've seen there.
No, he's trying to make okay. But does that yellow go in the middle
He's having a good look at it.
with his Specsaver specs?
Are they the pound ones?
£2.50.
I think that's actually quite a clever shot from Ben. I don't
It is
think that
indeed.
yellow now passes. He's probably going to prove me wrong, but certainly from this angle.
I'm assuming that yellow does not pass the red in the left middle. You know what I would do here? I would use my savvy and I would possibly play a snooker. Maybe try and develop that red on the left cushion a little bit. No? And possibly play a snooker. Or maybe better still, off the red. There you are, Teach. You play this.
If it's too, is it too? No, it's not too far past the pocket. He has gone for your first
Yeah,
idea. And that is our second safety shot tonight.
It has indeed. There's not been much safety tonight. Teach is very, very profound in that area. I'm not so. But like I said, when I'm here, I never miss a ball.
Your background snooker though, Khalil, is that correct?
It is indeed. Yeah, pool is not my. It's not off. You know, been playing pool since 1924. I'm still trying to learn my craft.
Do you have a high break?
Yeah, my high break is 147 in fouls. How about that? Where's that red going?
I think that's not come out too badly.
Do you know what? He's giving Scott another headache here.
We've got a couple of snooker players in our team, Khalil.
Indeed.
I'll come back to that in a moment. I think this game might have a little bit of mileage to it.
I think so. Have you got work in the morning?
I have indeed. Back to school in the
I
morning.
haven't. So we could be here for a while.
I'm told that there is a huge gap between the two yellows that surround.
Do you know what?
the red
That
in the
gap.
corner pocket.
That gap is probably as wide as a gap at platform 10 at Clapham Junction. That's how wide the gap is. I've been told.
And you are a train enthusiast, is that fair to say?
I've been known to do the odd occasional train spotting. So obviously you're looking at maybe the plant.
Or whether he can get through. I can't
May-
quite tell from this angle.
Yeah, I
He's
can't
straight
tell.
through. A bit of traffic though here. He
Indeed,
tries to
he
sprint
may
back.
be able to go direct. I think he may be playing the plant. I could be wrong. you know what?
Wow.
Wow. Very good shot. You know what? He knows more plants than gardeners will. Do you know what?
Boys on fire tonight.
He is indeed 4-3. But and to be fair to Scott, that first miss in the first frame, it did cost him, because you lose the upper hand when you miss that first ball. But he can redeem himself in the next set. If you just join us live, where have you been? Where have you been, Teach?
I've been here all night, Halil.
So, I mean, Barry Watkins, who didn't even get a putt,
shot, did he?
he didn't even get a shot in the first set. He's just trying to get his arm loose as a goose, as they say.
Has he flown in from Scotland to be here tonight? Do you
I
know?
think he's flown in with a Lear jet. I think Ric Flair lent him his jet. He's actually playing with a different cue. His cue is actually a cue. His normal cue is in for repair with John Paris, and this cue he's using is a one-piece cue. He only plays with a maple John Paris, but he's playing tonight with an ash cue from Asia. It's called Asia Cues. Asia Cues, which I've been told are very, very good. So shout out to Asia Cues.
So frame 8, we've got Barry Watkins breaking against Sam Baker.
Well, at least he'll have a shot this time.
Fair play to the Legion though, being clawed back from 3-1 down.
Absolutely.
That 7th frame was massive.
So, have you ever been on a jet to holiday? I haven't either. How was your break?
That was a shake of the head with pizza in the mouth.
It was. Is that a dry break? That is a dry break. How do you like them onions, Teach?
I think if it can get through
The yellow,
to the yellow,
the right middle,
the right middle,
then it could be off.
he may be looking at this red, trying to cut this in. So he's got two choices, I think. Either cutting the red into the corner or dropping this yellow into the middle. Either way, there's work to do.
Playing the cross double? Yeah, cross double. He's playing the cross double. And he's left.
He didn't fancy it.
Didn't fancy it.
Turned it down.
And my nan has just passed for the 84th time.
We need a separate camera just on her.
I think we do. He's going long, yeah.
Not cutting in the middle now.
Off the yellow, and we could be off and running here. That's how the table is so fast. That yellow has drifted past the middle pocket into a safe-ish position.
He's just having a look at these two yellows that are nestled next to each other on the right, whether this furthest one to the left of the two goes. He's just eyeing it up. Or whether he needs to make a little cannon at some point.
Play that with a bit of drag and a bit of left-hand side. Bit of English. Is he straight on this yellow? Just drop on it. I think he's playing. I'm assuming the top yellow of the two.
I'd say so.
Just gotta avoid the maybe the in off, maybe just the black and going off in the middle.
He's digging.
To avoid that. That in off was nearly there. So the only obstacle now for Barry is that yellow near the reds, the three reds. He needs to make sure you got a nice angle.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, Teach, does that yellow always play
He's played to cut it in the middle.
a blind pocket, Teach? Played it lovely. He's walking around the table, Teach. He's
We
walking.
assume the black passes into the right-hand corner.
I'm assuming it does. He's looking at it now.
Or he's going for the reverse double.
Possibly reverse double. That may be the safer
Bit of
option.
Steve Krishnan.
So, and
There's
then,
options here. What do you call it?
off the red.
I think it did go.
I think it did go. Yeah. We were suggested maybe another shot of 44, about 47 cushions with English and Welsh. And maybe a bit of Scottish as well.
Do you go here or do you lay a little snooker?
Do you know what? That's not a bad shout out, Teach. That's why you're here next to me. I would go.
Takes this one. There, I think he's going.
Oh, surprising miss, but you know what? Has he got away with it?
I don't think he has.
I don't think you can see clear. Maybe a bit of left hand English.
Yeah.
He's going to swerve us a little bit. Yeah, he's digging down. He's digging down. He has got away with that, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, he's swapped it too much.
Too much. But yeah, he had running the ball there. But then obviously he didn't play the Mr. Bread in the first place. Yeah, running the ball, but it should even itself out in the best of 15. This white's flying on the table. It's done more mileage than I've done today, Teach.
I can believe that. How was Croydon when you got back there today?
Raining. Eventful.
Is it like when you get back into Catford after holiday and the first thing you hear are the sirens?
Yeah, do you know what?
Shout out to Catford.
He's gone long here and he's missed it. But I think again,
He did play that with
he
a
did.
trace of safety.
He did
in mind.
indeed. He did indeed. Is he looking at maybe? Okay, he's looking at maybe potting this black in the left middle. Not the old contact. Watch for the double kiss. The only saving grace possibly that he has put the black in a safest position. That's the only thing possible that could go wrong. To be fair to Flair, he didn't get much of a.
Does he try and find a way of just flicking his black out, or does he not need to?
If you, I mean, Sam Baker, who's a tremendous potter,
He's so aggressive though.
He's very aggressive.
I can see him trying to
possibly,
get this
yeah,
out.
possibly, yeah. You did call it. You did call it, Teach. It's all about making your work easier, developing your balls.
Just needs to cue this one nicely.
He does indeed. Cushion first,
Yeah,
and he
use the
has.
base of the table.
But where's
That's
this?
gonna roll though.
But where's this white going? Perfect. He's slight. Do you know what? He's slightly.
He's not perfect on that Halil.
No. It's quite deceiving.
He's having to reroute. He's backing his cue
Wow.
again.
Very confidently struck.
Sam plays a bit of snooker as well.
I think he does. Yeah. I think his highest break is 155.
Do you know we've got a boy in our pool team called Jay?
No.
He's hit a 142 but missed the blue.
Wow. Oh, where's the black going? Where's the Kubo going? Where's that Kubo going? Unbelievable. Oh,
Well's good. Not in.
unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Where's the light?
Where's the white go?
The Legion all smiles again now.
Yeah.
Having a little bit of banter with Halil over here. So they take a 5-3 lead, and we have now got the 9th frame, Martin Lambert against Jake Hayes. And once again, this is a huge frame, particularly for the 21 club.
Because obviously, not like a Tuesday we normally have, as you know, Teach. We play all our frames, all 15 frames. You know, it's the first it's the first 8 that wins the knockout cup final tonight.
I think tonight the 21 club would happily play all 15 frames.
At this stage, they would, yes. So Jake making his second appearance tonight after winning successfully in the first set.
And has the break.
And that is that a dry break, Teach?
That is another dry break.
Do you know what? I have to say, there have not been many dry breaks tonight. We're just coming past 9 o'clock, and we're already.
Alex, so there's been a request from people watching it on live streaming saying, "Would you shut the fuck up?"
There we are. You're told to be quiet. I'll have a think about it.
No, he's much ruder than that. He went, some bloke commentating, and he's really doing my head in.
I've been told to keep quiet by someone. That's no joke either. Oh well. You can't.
We like the Welsh normally, Halil.
Oh, we can't please everyone, can we?
You must be an acquired taste.
Must be.
Darren Matthews.
Ah,
What you can do is a shout out to Perks. Shout out to Perks.
Perks.
So Martin has taken yellows.
His nickname, sorry, his surname is Perks.
Oh, Perks.
Just got to work out that yellow that's hiding behind the black. All the other yellows have pockets.
Shout out to Perks. I've been told. Yeah, I think I know the person who's told me to keep quiet in the YouTube chat. My friend Darren Matthews, who's watching this game from Wales. Is he on this? Well, what's he
I think
going
he's trying to develop.
I think he did, didn't he? The thing is, as you know, Teach, this is a neutral venue, so
I think you might see Martin.
possibly play safety here.
Yeah. Can he flick that yellow out and leave the cue ball behind the black?
Do you know?
He'll certainly try to if he can.
Do you know? Just a personal preference, I would leave that yellow there. Yeah, and he has done. That's a. Oh hello, he's looking in the cannon here. He's had a cannon there. Oh, it's unlucky there. Come off the red. Yeah, unlucky cannon there by Martin.
And I think he's full ball snookered.
Was he full ball snookered?
We think he might be able to cut this other yellow in the middle. It's hard to tell from the angle here, but it does look like
It's very hard to tell. I think that white is stuck right behind the black ball,
Yeah, he's definitely coming off the cushion. And once again, he must hit the cushion after contact.
and he has done.
No worries about that.
But what unfortunately he's done, he's put the yellow safe, well, safe-ish position, but he's left an opening for Jake to return the compliment here.
This could be bread and butter for Jake.
It could well be. I think after that shot, I think we're looking at possibly 6-3. Then the Warbank have got all to, the 21 club I should say, have got all to do. Is he hampered queuing on that? I think he may be possibly hampered queuing, but
Should be okay, but yeah.
because the red's near the pocket.
He'd like to play that shot again.
He couldn't do much. He couldn't do much with the white, but
Should be okay here.
playing with bottom to avoid the yellow. But didn't really matter because
Blade
yeah,
takes the one nearest to the cushion.
absolutely. Slightly stretching. Nice pot.
Used all the pocket.
Absolutely, use all the pocket there.
Is that still a team in the league? Use all the pocket?
So a shout out to my team. I play for use all the table.
Oh, use all the table.
Use all the table, which we've got our game tomorrow night has been postponed.
Are you sure?
Very sure.
How is Bob?
He's doing very well. He's doing very well. If you ever get a chance to speak to Bob Shaw, he's a legend. He's got 101,000 stories.
And none of them new.
And even
And this is what you call clinical from Jake
very
Davis.
clinical. And even I could pop this black teach.
He's asking for a rest though.
Well,
Is that for the cameras?
with a black at his mercy, he makes that 6-3, and the 21 club have all got to do. They have to win this next frame. It's a must-win.
3 frames is a big advantage. First time
Absolutely.
in the match.
But if you're 6-4, you're still backing it, because as long as the other team only has, as long as the other team needs 2 frames, you've got a chance. Comebacks are possible, even in snooker. When more recently, Ronnie O'Sullivan was 7-2 down in the Shanghai Masters and brought it back to 7-all. So anything's possible.
And I can tell you that we have now got Ian Davids versus Paul Wilder.
And then a cracking match. Ian stole the first frame in the first set.
Yeah, slightly contrasting situations, their first frames, weren't they? Shaggy was unlucky to be.
Very unlucky, called a foul on himself. Fair play to him.
Ian looks slightly out of form, but very good stats this year. I think he's in the
He does.
high 70s. Very consistent player, always up there in the stats most seasons.
Shout out to Ian. He loves an egg sandwich as well. So he loves an egg sandwich, the fella. Or egg mayo.
So if we put some of them on tonight, would he have played a little
Yeah,
bit better?
I think he would have, actually, if you give him some egg sandwiches. Rumour has it, he's not had any dinner today. And is that, and have we got another? Oh,
He's hit that very nicely.
he
but I
has.
think-
I mean, you couldn't.
I believe that is dry.
Yeah, and I think it's,
Shout out to Mark Rowson.
yes, indeed, Mark Rosen. If he's watching, he's normally watching this from Spain. Is Shaggy going to go reds here?
I think he has to. Black's a slight problem, but
Maybe with the black, possibly. I'm not sure if the black can pass the green pocket.
I don't think it does. But
It's made it a bit more difficult now.
goes in the middle. But
Try to develop the black.
I think he might leave it now. Now that black goes in the middle, I think he's going to leave it. He's just got to make sure that his last red gets him up for that black.
Absolutely. I mean these 5 reds. You throw them in the practice session. Just dotting the I's and the T's, and the C's, and the Z's. Just a couple of stop shots. We could be a few moments away
From the hill.
from the Legion being on the hill.
I'd say on a fast table like this, I was just going to say you don't mind the stop shots. But
Do you know
it's-
what that is? Is that the commentary curse there, Teach?
I think that might be the first time tonight.
That could be the commentary curse if you cursed him, because he's going to lose the weight here. He's going to go long. He's going long. Oh, do you know what? That pocket's got a goalkeeper.
I think we're going to get our first loss of turn. I'm going to call that now. Loss of turn.
I think
Not straight away.
that's not a bad shout actually.
Takes his first one as the left.
And at the same time, he'll be snookering as well at the same time.
Absolutely.
But he's played the skill shot.
What do we know?
What do we know? He's played the skill shot. That's why they're playing and we're sitting down here. That's why he gets paid the big bucks and we're getting paid pittance.
Didn't you used to pay for this team though? Helen? What's the story there?
That'll be a different stream. person playing the snooker here. He hasn't snookered him, and he's sort of he's left the window ajar here for Shaggy.
It does go. It does think past this yellow. It's got.
Yeah, you can't leave Shaggy.
Ooh. Now, is there a gap?
There's always a gap. There's always a gap. You can't leave. You can't leave.
There's a gap. There's a gap.
I think I'm looking right down this.
It's queuing, but
I'm looking down the eye of the shot. That does.
just heard Shaggy say he's worried about being off. So he's going the other way.
Do you know what? That was like almost like a Steve Davis black in '85. How was your?
I've been told we don't call it luck anymore. We call it run. The boy's got the runs.
He's got the runs. I had the runs of the night, but we won't go in that story. What's the boy doing here?
Safety.
That white. That's a good white. That's a good white.
It's good weight.
Well, wait. Well, the last time I was. Well, when was the last time I weighed myself? I can't remember. Good shot there. Right then. I wouldn't, if I was Ian, I wouldn't be going for game just yet with the yellow on the left hand side. Playing another snooker, another snooker here. Yeah. Oh, that's even better. Ian has played this game before. He has played this game before. A very good snooker player as well. A very fine cueist. Likes a long blue.
How many cushions are we counting for this one? Is it 3?
Possibly 3 cushions, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, 4.
4.
5. Let's go in. Come on here. Stop fucking about. Come on.
So ball in hand again? Anywhere on the
It is
table?
ball in hand, anywhere on the table, Cheech. Obviously, the problem ball is that yellow in the middle, the yellow on the left hand side.
I
Maybe
think you can develop it off of this second
indeed.
yellow. So you take this one first into the corner. He's slightly disappointed with that.
He is definitely. He's straight as a die. He's got, I've just been told reliably from a different camera view that he has got an angle. We've got multiple cameras here. Is he playing this with a reverse side? I'm not sure if he's on.
This right-hand yellow does go.
I think it does, but it's finish.
It is finish.
Have you been to Finland? Have you ever been to Finland? I haven't.
I haven't. Is that another easy jet?
I think they're done by Jet 2. Another safety shot from the boy. He's had a run on the ball there. He's had a run on the ball there.
Right shot, Ian.
Not as we say teaching, as we say knowledge.
Calls it knowledge from around the arena.
Yeah.
He's got to be mindful every time he plays those 2 yellows, plays a little safety shot. He's kind of tying them up at the same time.
Very good point. Very, very good point.
And he's still got that yellow tuff on the cushion.
He does.
So there's no real advantage here for Ian.
Not at all. Not at all. But he has got the yellow next to it, which can develop that other yellow. Where's that cue ball gone? Still.
Corey, come on, son.
And Ian has just been told to start the car.
Do you know? I'd be tempted.
Does he even drive?
He has got a driving license. I would be tempted now to try and develop that yellow.
The problem we've got is the 2 on the right. I don't think.
Yeah, true.
Unless he's having a look. Well, I think he does sneak actually.
I mean, personally, if he's going to develop the yellow, but if he feels he can't, nope, he's going to go back up here now. Is he going to pot this and maybe another safety? We don't know yet.
He's definitely got options.
He has indeed. And he's gone straight. He's on the wrong angle, on the wrong side.
He is. I think we might.
He's definitely.
Someone's saying there's a slight angle in this yellow.
The only angles I know is on a window.
We're going to make a reference to Kurt then.
Kurt Angle, yeah. Playing with a bit of bottom.
It's not quite the angle.
He's not quite happy with the shot.
And I think that bread is so out in the open that
Well, there's no guesses what you're going to be doing here next.
it's tricky. This is tricky.
Very tricky.
So hard to play those shots.
Very,
on
very
this
much so.
table.
Very much so. He's getting on quickly to play it. A gasp from the crowd, from the audience.
I don't know if Aaron Taylor's watching, but he could tell you a few stories about that corner pocket. He's
I'm
played
sure.
twice this
I'm sure.
season.
Yeah, shot.
It's been a lovely shot there from Ian David. Full ball snooker.
Shaggy's still asking how that red didn't go in.
Is he going to play this off the middle? He has. He did go for it. No. He's gone second for Ian is now gone favourite to win the frame.
Well, this is the chance Ian's been waiting
Absolutely, absolutely. He's just slightly off straight on this yellow.
for. He's got angle.
Played it
Yes, baby.
Played it
Nice.
best as he could.
Just got up and down off the top cushion.
Absolutely.
Let the table.
Do the work for you.
Yes, baby.
That's come off the cushion a little bit.
Just needs to trust his cue now. Slow rolled it.
What a great-
6-4 at the end of set two.
Absolutely, and that was a frame they badly needed. If it was 7,
I'll give you 20 chances, son.
you can't. Yeah, teach. By the way, you can't give Ian David 24 chances and expect to get away with it.
According to the stats, it was 19, but we won't quibble over a couple.
19 chances. Wow. So we are coming to the crux of the match. 6-4.
And the big question is, will Scott Harrison play in the third set?
That is a question. That is a question. It's not over, Teach, until the fat lady sings. And I've been with a few fat ladies. But we'll leave that story for another time.
Obviously, the first frame in the third set's important. Who do you think the two teams might put first? Big frame. Possibly Sam or Ben McIntosh for the Legion.
Ben's a good shout because obviously he's
cued beautifully.
he has, absolutely. So they're probably going to put their two strongest players on.
Adam Holmes.
I was going to shout out to Adam to maybe go in the next set first. I mean, Adam he's a snooker. He plays snooker a lot. A great curist.
So the captains are busy pondering on their choices. So big set coming up. And we are now down to, I suppose in reality, kind of best of 5.
Best of 5, yeah, indeed.
Although a 2-frame cushion at this stage is
It's a big lead, but
a massive lead.
but also as well, you know, the 21 club from being 3-1 down in the first set or early on to bring it back to 3-2. But they've yet to gain a lead in this match. So
And that's full credit to the Legion, who have taken the
absolutely,
chances
yes, they have.
and have just shown what they've done all season, really. So you mentioned your team earlier, Halil. Use all the table. Have you been playing for them much this summer?
Yes, we have. I've been playing for that team for about 3 or 4 seasons now.
Okay.
We're currently second. I think we're second or third in Division 2.
Nice. Who's currently top of that?
Do you know? I will get back to you. I will tell you now. Secondly, now.
And is it correct, if I remember rightly, the legend John Prothero. is
Yes,
back.
yes, JP Strongbow. JP is in. He's
Had a
playing.
stint in, was it Cardiff?
He was in my old stomping ground. He just finished off his studies. Yes, so top of Division 2 is less talk, more chalk on 123. As I'm talking, my nan is passing for the 84th time.
Now, less talk, more chalk. That's your Tony Nutman.
Tony Nutman,
Nutman.
Kathy Fox,
Good team. And
Abs-
then we've got second,
which is-
Lightning Legends.
which is Andy Escrow.
Escrow,
Yeah,
Sean Kelly.
Sean Kelly. Yeah,
Another very good
on
team.
99. So the white.
Tight, isn't it?
Yeah,
Third,
second.
fourth.
Yeah, so Whiteleaf Legends on 99, Breaking Bad on 98. Us use all the table 98. Fuck Q is on 97. So yeah, there we go. And I like to apologise for my language there.
And we've just got the final set lineup revealed.
We did have
We did have it, and now it's gone. So
if you want to do the honours.
our predictions were spot on. Adam Holmes is going to go up first
Against
against Ben McIntosh, as you can now see on the screen. We've then got Barry Watkins versus Jake Haynes,
Yep.
Paul Helston versus Sam Baker, Carl Speller versus Ian Strudwick, and if we go to a decider, Scott Harrison or Wildman.
Against wow. Every match there is worthy of a final. I mean, every match so far has been a
It's been
final.
a good standard.
It's been a very good
The
standard.
table's caught them out a couple of times.
It has indeed.
And I'm still waiting for a lost turn. I still don't think we've had a proper lost turn.
No, we haven't.
We had that lovely skill shot by Ben earlier in the set, which won him the frame.
I believe that was in the second frame, in the second set.
And once again, the person breaking Ben has rejected the opportunity to rack his own balls.
Interesting.
Considering we've had quite a few dry breaks and in-offs, wonder whether the captain would have a little word with his team.
I was about to say call the police because it's been a dry break off Ben, but this is
Those reds look okay.
yeah. The obvious problem is the bottom red, right hand side. Nicely.
Very nice.
He did with right hand side, I believe.
I'm not sure he's quite got the angle here to develop the awkward red. Certainly going to look at it.
He's got the angle. Look.
You've got to finish high though, haven't you? You've got to
He
be
does.
high
He
on
does.
the
He
red.
does.
I think he's going to wait for a better opportunity. And I think that's come out pretty good.
If he's gonna take that cannon, big shot of the frame. Wow.
All that gear.
All
Go,
that,
Sherlock.
do you know what? That's his first mistake all night. First mistake all night. And that will. And you know what? To teach that will be a shock to the system.
So Adam Holmes to the table for his first proper chance of the night.
Absolutely, yeah. And his second shot.
Just been told Adam, his nickname is Sherlock.
Yes, Sherlock
Do you know
Holmes.
why?
No idea, but I'm sure someone will tell me in the chat.
Adam's been playing a lot up at the new club in Red Hill, Spots and Stripes, with good success, I hear.
Yes, I've heard that as
Few
well.
Monday Night Flyers.
Yes. Yeah, shout out to Spots and Stripes. A fantastic venue.
And I hear they're going to be a big discussion at the next AGM. As to
Yes.
whether they come into our league.
Absolutely,
Or
yeah.
whether the distance is a bit too far.
Yeah, that's going to be that's going to be an interesting discussion at the next AGM.
There'll be a few sat navs out that night.
Absolutely. He's playing the.
Try and disturb the red here. And that is disastrous.
Does, I'm lost for words. What do you think you're trying to do there, Teach?
Sorry, I was just timing how long you were lost for words for. I thought he was going to try and clear the pocket for the other red. Whether he's just slightly misjudged the angle.
Yep, could well be.
Assuming that black passes into the middle, this should be game over. It's tight that black in the middle.
It's so tight. It's tight like my pockets.
It really is tight, that black in the middle.
Yep.
Can he disturb it now?
Yeah. There we go. But he's put the black safe. And he's not.
I think sometimes with those shots, you don't need to hit them quite so hard.
Not at all. Because there was no other.
And once again, it's just knowing the cloth. The cloth is so quick here.
The only cloth I know is touching cloth. But we won't go with that story.
But we are being quite harsh on Ben. He's played so well tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Really unlucky there.
I'm sorry.
He can certainly get to the red that's over the bag.
Yeah, you can't see the other red.
Full length table of the screw.
Possibly up and down. Yep.
Just trying to get back on the black.
Can you see it? Can you see enough of that top red?
We're trying to see if he can get behind this red. It's just hard to tell from this angle. That has sprung.
But
Is that his eye?
I'm not sure what he was trying to do.
yeah, what he was trying to do there, Teach, was obviously when he played it with around the other red to clip the black out.
Down our club, we call that bit of suicide.
Bit of suicide. He's in a bit of a pickle here, Teach.
Yeah, it's a tricky one because even if you make the red, where does the black go?
Let's go to
Did
work.
click the red first, so that was a legal shot.
Was a legal shot, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So obviously looking at the 3-ball plant there, Teach. Give the pocket every chance. Ooh. The plant is still on.
There is. Just wondering if that yellow on the right passes the red.
Do you know, looking from here, I don't think it does.
Which might force him into a safety shot here, a possible.
Possible,
sneaker.
yeah. And I've just seen my other auntie. She just passed for the second time. Had a very good safety shot there. That's all he could do. And he's asking the question again of Ben McIntosh.
Yeah, this is not an easy hit this time. He
Not
wants
at all.
to come off the bottom cushion, but he doesn't really want to move that red away from
Maybe 2 cushions.
the pocket.
Just to remind people who are not familiar with our rules, not only are you going to make contact with your ball, but you've got to hit a cushion afterwards.
I'm sure the ref will be eagle-eyed and watching this one.
Absolutely.
Because also in our rules you have to make a genuine attempt. To
Yes,
get your
yeah,
ball.
very much so.
So they'll be looking at the pace of this.
This would be like the figure of 8. He's playing here.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
played
playing-
that firmly.
He has. And that may have that may have squared up on the side of the cushions.
So
I'm
he's
like-
obviously going to take his tricky yellow now.
I would have thought so in the left middle.
Into the left middle.
And then it's pretty much he's eyes and the T's, but then also you got the other yellow.
You could probably disturb that other yellow off of your plant, maybe.
Possible, yeah, that's a good shout. Once again, teach a massive frame. Every frame's massive now.
Just got to watch the other yellow where it goes.
And he can't be happy with that. That sort of stuck.
I think we may be playing safe again here. Certainly I would.
I mean, is he looking to go I know this maybe suicidal.
You can't at this stage. If you're 6-4 up, maybe. But
He
not
may be
6-4 down.
got to play the safety. I presume he's not touching ball. No.
Definitely air between those two.
Shout out of come on Sheila. Yeah, he has to play safety here. As you say, Teach.
Just got to watch the bounce here. It does spring.
I think
It's spring.
it did spring, and I think he's left him ajar here. I think that the thing is when if he pots his red, he's running away from the black.
Definitely going away from his work if we can see any of it.
Absolutely. And it's about staying within your work. He's going up and down.
Decided he can't see enough.
I think that black does go in the opposite left corner. Do you know what? That's a great attempt. That's unlucky. That's unlucky.
Yes, let's go, Charlotte. Come on, son.
Shout out of encouragement from the 21 club.
Still got this problem yellow.
He does. He does. He does.
What do you do with that one?
Do you know what? I think that may. Yes,
It does sneak past, okay.
I think it does.
Hard to tell from this angle. It does
He's
sneak
got to
past.
fully commit now.
Oh, it flew.
It flew by.
It flew.
What a great shot there. And we're looking at
And we've got
Bring it.
another twist and another turn.
another, and this will be Ben's first loss of the night. And that's why, where's that cue ball going?
It's going nowhere. That's where it's going. It's going nowhere.
You know where that cue ball's going? Nowhere. I've been told. So, seven.
6-5. Ahead of yourself.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
6-5.
That's what they call it to teach because you can add up. I can't. I was,
It was just reading numbers, hello.
you know what? Maths has never been my strong point.
Scott's chirping away again now. He's a happy bunny. So, frame 12, we have Barry Watkins with the break against Jake Haynes. Another great matchup.
Indeed.
And this is turning into the classic that we predicted at the start. of the night.
Absolutely. I did call it 8-7 to the 21 Cup. It could well be. So Jake Davis is 2 for 2.
Jake who?
Jake Haynes. Gosh, I can't even read properly. Where's my? I haven't got my glasses on. Jake Haynes. My apologies.
The legend,
The
Jake
le-
Haynes.
indeed, the legend. Put him down for 2.
Formerly of the Penge Con Club.
Okay.
He was with Shaggy in their team last season with Ronnie and Jason Cook. And they decided to go to Pastures New. Chatty's just come over for a live interview. Chatty? No, Chatty has gone. Yeah, so Jake Haynes and Shaggy both playing for the Legion.
Okay.
Having played formerly for the Penge Con Club.
Teaches more of a
I like the transfer wheelings and dealings.
Absolutely, yeah.
You like the stats.
I do like this. Oh, another in-off break. Barry's not had much run. He's not had much left tonight.
And I think at this point, you just hope that the balls all come back together again and make things hard.
So obviously it looks like he'll be probably taking reds here. Giving him off.
So ball in off the break.
Barry
Jake
Watkins.
has ball in hand anywhere behind the line, and it's looking like reds is the option. I think all those reds have pockets.
A great call by the referee.
May have just got one roll too far. He wanted to be.
I think he had, actually.
Between the two yellows there. That's unlucky.
He was trying to get into an area which was quite tight. And on this table, very hard to predict.
Got a good old crowd watching the final now, Halil, haven't we?
Perfect.
Probably got 50 people in the room.
Scott Harrison's probably a drink. Last time he bought me a drink was 1924. So Barry's got a chance here. Not an easy one. What's he looking at here?
Tricky one here. You could roll the yellow down the rail towards the bag, but the problems with these new rules is there's no value in that anymore. So he's taking this yellow into the left middle.
Yep.
Just got to mind the traffic, and he hasn't. Straight through the gap.
You could try that shot, Teach, 101 times and not find that pocket.
Any feather on any of those yellows, and it was game on.
Yeah.
So once again, Jake has ball in hand. This time it is anywhere on the table.
I think that could be. You couldn't try that again if you tried.
And a pizza update, Halil does actually eat his crusts.
Baby crust.
I actually said to the lady behind the bar not to burn the pizza. We'll just say it was crispy.
But you know what? I think
Great service as usual here.
tremendous. Tremendous.
And for a fiver, you can't really complain.
For two pizzas. Play that with run inside. Going to be slightly stretching here. Yep. A lovely angle to go back up for the two reds. So will he find the gap? No, he's playing the other way.
He's going to screw it back.
Play the safer option.
And he has played that absolutely perfectly.
You couldn't put that white better by hand.
Just got to look where the black goes. It does go into this bottom left back corner. You just got to be on it.
Yeah, it's all about this particular shot.
He just,
Making sure you get the right angle on the red.
yeah, just drops that through.
Yep.
Now it's just judging the pace. Wants to be somewhere near the cue boys now.
Yes,
That would be
absolutely. Yes,
ideal.
that would be perfect. Ooh,
Slightly underhit that. He's just got to watch that gap now.
he does, because that's looking at, is that possible in off, Teach?
It's hard to tell from here, but it's certainly wide enough. So he's screwing into it, trying to close that gap. Played that beautifully in the end. What a lovely
So that was a big block. The big block. Barry not happy. So the 21 club have all got. They've got all to do now.
They've got to win the last 3 frames.
They have, which they're capable of doing.
And the Legion are on the hill.
They're capable of doing that, winning 3 frames. three big frames coming up, possibly.
And how ironic would it be if Sam Baker, arguably their most consistent player over the past few seasons,
Could take the beans. You could take the beans,
takes the
yeah.
final frame? He was part of a young group of players that came through being coached by Sean Halligan down at, I think it was Canavans,
Okay.
down in Peckham.
I mean, that's a great player. You've mentioned there, Sean Halligan. A very good.
That crop that came through, players like Chris Pan,
Right.
Connor Hewson, Tony Griffin,
Player-
Sam Baker, some very, very good players.
Very, very good. So he's been well schooled.
Possibly Dylan Suggers, my teammate from Nolan's on a Thursday.
Okay.
Dylan might have come through that group as well. And I'm pretty sure they went to nationals, that team, one year and
Right.
won the juniors. Carl Speller is just telling us they did indeed win. London won the nationals that year with Sean Halligan as coach. Talking of greats of the Croydon League, just a shout out to Rod Altez. I'm not sure if he's watching tonight, but
Another great player.
have been a huge part of our team
He-
for the last 10,
yeah, he
15
was.
years. Not played for a couple of years now.
No.
Plays a bit more 9-ball. But Rod, if you're watching, you're always very welcome back.
You got a ball off the break.
Did you notice Sam went for a more controlled break that time, just making sure that cue ball
Yes.
stayed on the table? He knows what a big frame this is. So controlled that he's kind of lost the cue ball.
He has
slightly.
indeed, yeah. I think he'll be playing safe, possibly off the yellow.
It's hard to tell with Sam. He might try and pick this red ball in the middle. No, it looks like he is taking on your advice, Halil. He must have heard you.
So he's left now a more favourable pot, as you suggested.
Yeah,
Teague.
it's slightly easier. Although, just losing the cue ball a little bit.
You're a bit, yes. But it is a free shot in a way.
I think yellows is still the preferred colour. I think that's what they're trying to work out now.
Yep.
I don't think Barry minds. Sorry, Sam minds ball taking on this red.
No, he may have forced him into it.
And he's definitely going for it.
I think he may be playing safe.
I'm right behind this red here. And that is close.
What a shot! So the first pot of this frame by Chatty. This frame, which the Legion need to win.
Now the key ball here is this red that's closest to the middle right. If he can cut that in and get a little bit of luck from the cannons, it could be game on. Even off the yellow might be the call.
Possibly, yep.
He's just having a little look at his ball. Maybe the red off the yellow down the bottom. He's just looked at that as well. Yeah, he's looking at this long red, the middle of the three. I think that was risky.
Very
that
risky,
shot.
very risky.
I think at this stage in the match, that's a big shot.
It's a big
to
shot,
take.
indeed. And that may be possibly his last shot of the match.
He's just got a bit of a problem here
He has.
because he wants to screw back for this other yellow, but I think he's cannoning the yellow. He's clipping it when he screws back. So
And he may put the ball safe, possibly.
oh, he's played that nice.
Yeah, very well. He played that very well.
Yeah, he was always catching that yellow, but he's played it with enough pace to bring it out.
Maybe with bottom left-hand side. Sam has already had 2 games on this table.
Just got to work out the route here. Possibly wants to leave that yellow that's furthest on the cushion as your final ball.
Yeah, because
Black in the middle.
because there's no pressure. You can just drop it in and you're on the black.
So he's just got to work out this route now.
Yeah. This is a key shot coming up.
Just got to mind,
Two cushion.
mind what happens.
Where's his weight going? Where's the weight going? Wow. Do you know what? He's got a bit lucky there.
He's got very lucky there. Very close to his work, but
You're going to watch for the push shot.
yeah, the ref has moved around to have a close look. That's Ian Strudwick, who's reffing this game. Very eagle-eyed. Just seeing whether Sam can get through to that yellow that's just to the left of the black, whether he's left it out. I don't think he has.
He's looking at it, isn't he?
Looks like he has found the gap.
But he's missed up by a week.
And the cue ball.
Where's that cue ball gone again? So this could be another turning point in the frame. Every ball now, Teach, is a pressure ball. I'd be tempted to take a ball down the rail.
I think you've got to take the ball down the rail and
On
then
the
the red closest to the bottom right hand.
Yes.
And then your last red is the one nearest the black.
Yeah, you're going to take this yellow one. So red on, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
We all know that Paul can take out clearances like this.
Oh, absolutely.
But they're under pressure.
He's got to fully commit and have faith in his potting and just roll the ball in. He's,
I'm surprised he didn't do a little bit more with that cue ball.
that's what I was thinking, yeah.
He needs to.
He's going to play the bottom red, he is.
Yeah, that was always the route.
I think you are right, Teach. If you top the
He
ball,
had to be closer. He
had to be closer.
Pockets, I said
Yeah.
earlier, it's so tight here.
you had to top that white a bit further to get on the red.
I mean, the rest of the route was as I suggested, but
Yeah,
that corner
it-
pocket is so tight. So Sam's got another chance, one that he probably wasn't expecting.
No, exactly.
And this is to win the trophy.
Their first win as well. Their first win in the league in the knockout cup. He is going to push this red possibly closer to the black.
He does it. I think he avoids it.
He does. That was his only last chance if the other yellow followed itself through.
So this is all about your cueing.
It
Does
is.
he screw back off the side rail across the table, or is that too risky with the middle
Do you
pocket
know?
in play?
I'd be tempted to play this long.
He might be able to pinch it in actually.
Yeah, it's one of my choice.
Oh,
I would personally go long.
okay.
I would go long here. Which he's looking at,
Surprises me. I know Sam always backs his cueing, but
but I think he wanted to be straight on. He wanted to be straight on this. Big shot coming up.
I suppose he's not got to anything with the cue ball. He's back to potting. And that looks.
Let's go,
that's
Johnny.
gone out.
Come in, Paul.
Wow.
Seemed to take a slight turn.
I think it did. I think it did towards the bottom of the table.
Bottom?
It did.
Obviously the best table in the league here, so
Big
played
pressure.
that nicely. Played that very nicely.
He did indeed.
So I think he plays the same ball into the same pocket.
I think he does. And then play the
And then
middle,
middle.
and then that's it. It should be 7-6. Just taking his time.
Just needs to get this cue ball off the cushion. Yeah, nice.
Which he has done.
Storms are looming. Come on, son.
And this is Mr. Reliable, Mr. Chatting.
Absolutely.
Been in the league a
For
long time.
many years, yes. A good friend of mine. Before you,
Yes, mate.
Do you know the history of why he's called Chatting?
no,
Maybe we'll ask him at the end of the frame.
possibly, yeah. Maybe do it with his surname. And even this black, the black at his mercy, to bring the scores to 7-6.
Yes, Jackson. Let's go, baby.
7-6. 7-6. 7-6.
And Chatty is just giving out a war cry. The first time I've heard Chatty
Yeah.
in 17 years.
That one here. Bring it higher.
He goes around the room fist pumping everybody. Even Halil is reaching over for a fist pump.
Unfortunately,
No favouritism here tonight.
no, not at all. I'm rooting for my boys. But so Carl Speller's coming up now against Ian.
Struggling
I struggle to even say that surname.
with Carl Speller with the break. Another player, Carl, has played in quite a few leagues.
Right, okay,
I think he's played for Battersea.
right,
I'm sure some of our viewers can fill me in on
okay.
some of these other teams, but I know he has represented Battersea in Interleague.
Another big frame. They're all big frames now. I did call 8-7,
You did.
and that is a dry break.
It is a dry break.
But I don't think. Yeah, the yellow in the middle. No, I don't think. I don't think.
That yellow, there's no way that yellow
No.
comes. It's not a lot is left there. That's probably like the best dry break you'll see.
I would say so, yes.
Because those reds absolutely fly. And suddenly, the 21 club are looking a lot more cheerful.
Absolutely.
They had got a bit quiet in their supporters area.
Are you playing a double? Wow. What's he played there?
And I think we might be going reds. This is what Cole was hoping for.
I think that's a safe bet. And you know what? There's a clearance there. No cannons. It just basically minding your work, dotting the I's and the T's. Oh yes, the black. I think the black does go down.
He's got the two reds down the bottom corner, but just I don't know whether that higher red passes the other red into the bottom right hand corner. If they both go, then fine. But you don't want to start playing plants on this table when they're so far
No,
apart.
absolutely.
So it'll be interesting to see which way he goes.
Nice little cannon there. I don't think he paid for the cannon, but still. Because the risk is when you play unnecessary cannons,
Just be mindful here because you can play the cannon, but he doesn't want to lose the cue ball.
no,
You're in
not at
such
all.
a good position
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
It's kind of like no risk ball you want to take.
Just drop this in. And where's his white going? He's left. This table is so fast. It's awkward queuing. And how's that not going? But Carl has got control of the table.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be overly disappointed.
No, I think he'd be quite happy with that outcome.
He backed himself to clear, but
He did.
it's not left too much.
No,
And I think Ian's in a bit of trouble here. Is he going to tighten the black a little bit more?
not a bad show.
Yeah, just made things a little bit awkward there for Carl. I think that black still goes, but clever shot there for Carl.
Very much so. Because he couldn't play the loss of turn because the yellow does not go down the bottom left. He's got to be careful here, Ian. He doesn't develop the black in a potable position or in a better position for Carl.
Yeah, I think the only ball he can really play. You can just see the side of the two that are next to each other. Ooh.
Wow. That is ball in hand. That's a foul.
A few eyebrows raised around the room.
Absolutely.
Just checking that black.
I think that's what he's checking now, actually. Yep. See if that black passes. Looks very tight.
Because there's a little bit of potential for developing here. Oh no.
I think there's that. Well, the, the only problem.
The red goes straight. But
Right,
I think
off the-
it's not come out too badly. Just got to watch the pace.
This table is so fast, Teach, and now he's in no man's land.
Now he's got to.
But he's gone down quick.
His work here.
He's going down quickly to play the shot.
No.
Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes. And that is it, folks.
What a terrible way. So unfortunate way.
Very
to finish
unfortunate.
that
Very
fight.
unfortunate.
And that is 8-6 to the Legion.
Unlucky, Carl. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky.
Teams are just coming together now, congratulating each other, but well done to the Legion.